What is up, YouTube and all my fish keeping friends? How is everybody doing out there in fish tank land? Happy Sunday to everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, it's always funny how when you try to go live, everything seems to happen all at once. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Just hustling. But the computers are all working and the internet wants to be nice to me now. For a while there, I thought I wasn't going to stream today because it was acting up. Daryl Dimmer's first in the chat. It's good to see you. Leona, how are you? Tiffany White, welcome to stream. Happy Sunday to you as well. Denny's Fish Tanks, what's up? Shelby, how are you? Candy Overhauls, how are you? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Barbara Jackson, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Rounded Rob, what's up? Cichlid Center, how are you? Welcome to the stream. So I'm just having a good Sunday. It's nice to see 13 of you in the chat already. It's really awesome. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Hope y'all had a good Mother's Day weekend last weekend as well. Another week without content. You know, I kind of beat myself up because I've obviously kind of have some of my own goals that I'm trying to meet, and you know, life is reality. You know, or life is reality. Reality, you know, comes first. I don't know how to put it. Let's see. Life comes first. You know, taking care of myself and getting everything in order, and then my fish come before YouTube. That's for sure. And I'm working on my website. I'm actually my own website, jhaquatics.com. I've been working hard on that. Haley, how are you? Good to see you here. And I've been putting a lot of money into just shipping materials, boxes, liners, heat packs, bubble wrap, paper, all kinds of things, shipping labels, looking into actually get it going with like stamps.com, just to I like to keep things streamlined. That's it. And if, you know, I might have to spend a little extra money up front, but it's all about being organized. I do have some orders out still for some people, and I'm kind of embarrassed about that because it's kind of it's just getting a system, and I don't really want to take really any more orders from people until I have it together. But I got the last of stuff coming tomorrow, and I still have a few boxes here that need to get shipped out. But it's exciting. It's scary and it's stressful a little bit, but I'm happy and I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I definitely been looking forward to the point when I actually can go live with my own .com and not just to have it shooting over to getgills.com. Anyways, good to see you guys all here though. I hope hope everything is good. Hope everybody's fish tanks are doing well. D, it's good to see you. It's nice to see your stream. I like to catch that before, and then yeah, I kind of like I listen to that while I'm kind of setting up the house, running around frantically trying to make sure everything is working, and you know, shaking the Wi-Fi router, screaming at my computer for a minute or something. So yeah, I have a plan here. I have a schedule from here on out for content. My goal is to keep two videos a week, and then my live streams. So 3 pieces of content a week. That's my goal for myself that I'm setting forward. It's setting forth for myself starting today. So I do have a piece coming out tomorrow, and just got to keep it rolling. I can't. Yes, burning water. Well, I was trying to get the lights and everything going and check my stream and test the internet, and yeah, I was boiling water to make another cup of coffee because I use a French press and a Chemex, so I gotta I'm doing old-fashioned style, but it makes for a good cup of coffee. So nobody in here is complaining about the music yet. I'm waiting for my regular friends / trolls to come in and start complaining about the music. My Cichlid Center, I do like GetGills. It's a good website. It's nice because everybody, you know, someone might just sell 1 or 2 things on the website. I'm looking at a light behind me flickering. It's distracting me. I'm wondering why is it flickering? It's like an LED is going in and out on that by the AC unit behind my head. I can't do it. Anyways, that light. It's flickering on me. See, it's doing something. Oh, maybe it's just a focus from my camera. I don't know. Okay, never mind. GetGills is pretty cool. It's nice because you go to that site and you've got, you know, one person might be selling like 2 or 3 things. Someone else might sell 5, 10, 15 things. But combine the whole website together lots of different products available. So it's a cool concept. I really do like it, and I enjoy being part of it. But in the end, you really want to have your own website, and you want to have your own branded products, because that's how you're going to really make money. Otherwise, you're paying everybody else. You're giving all your profits away to the different people that you're working through, all the middlemen, so to speak. So trying to cut out all that. I am working on private labeling some products of my own. That's definitely been something that's been in the work for a while, but it's getting really close now. And those products will be on my on jhaquatics.com. Anyways, so that's what I've been working on, and it's kind of keeping that between getting comfortable with a new job and me just being a little procrastinating a little bit, to be completely honest. Just calling it like a little bit of a break. I still do my live streams, but either ways, the break is over. The break is over. I've reclaimed my home in my space, and I have a new rack coming. I was checking out some racks at Home Depot, and I'm going with. There's two main full-size racks that are available, especially through Home Depot. You got the Gladiator brand and then the Husky brand. And I don't know, I noticed that in Corey's warehouse, he goes ahead and uses the Gladiator brand, which is a little bit cheaper than the Husky. But I don't know, it's the same price here for some reason at the Home Depot. I can get the Husky brand, which is a little bit heavier duty, can take a little bit more weight per shelf. And they have that available for $169, and I was looking at that this weekend when I was over on the Big Island, and I wanted to buy it, but I just have to be careful. Right now I'm still just kind of paycheck to paycheck making this all work, so I just had to hold off on that rack for right now. Next paycheck, the next couple of weeks, I can go forward with that, and that'll give me a lot more space to do what I'm want to be doing, which is definitely breeding programs. I'm not just obviously about keeping fish. I'm about breeding them, so I need lots of tanks to separate everybody. King and King Cichlids, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Mark, Placo Whispers, what's up, man? I keep trying to give you guys super chats. King and King Cichlids, I was trying to give you guys a super chat in your last live stream last week, and I don't know what it is. It's like if I'm not on my computer at all during in a 24-hour period, if I don't get on YouTube on my PC, and I only get on YouTube. Please call me, King. Call me later after. Yes, okay. If I get on my phone and I haven't been on my computer, on my PC at all day, and I only get on my phone, it lets me do super chats. It's weird. But as soon as I touch my PC, I log into YouTube on my computer. It doesn't let me do super chats from my computer, and then once I go back to my phone, I can't do a super chat from my phone. So it's so weird because there's so many people that I want to like throw down a super chat just so I appreciate what they do and this and that, and it's like I guess just so people know, it's not because I can't. Well, it's not because I don't want to. It's because I can't. It's so weird. So I probably given maybe 10 super chats ever, because I'm just getting lucky sometimes. I'll be somewhere watching a stream on my phone, and I can hit that super chat button, and it works. It's like, oh wow, it works today. But the error message it says is that I cannot do super chats within my region. So there's something happening with like my IP address and through what islands I bounce through or something, and it makes me look like I'm like out of the country or something. I don't know. It lets me do it sometimes. Maybe with the phone, because I have an AT&T, an American AT&T phone line, and it sees that as me being an American and lets me super chat. I don't know. Whatever. But it's odd. I got coffee over here. I got a monster over here just to back it up, just in case. Just in case. So I got a couple of programs going on, breeding programs that I'm working on. I was waiting for some endlers to come in, some stock endlers. That's the correct pronunciation? Stock, Staeck. It's a endler from Venezuela that was collected by a German doctor. Took it back to Germany, so it has a German name, but it's a really cool wild endler that it's like my favorite fish, like period, like crazy. Definitely check it out. Google it. Google images it. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool cichlid. Cichlid? Did I say cichlid? Endler. Wow. Endler. Aw. King and King cichlids, thank you for the $10 super chat. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So the stock indlers are not coming just yet, and I'm holding out because I know that it's for good reason. But I do have my local wild guppies, and I've just let them quarantine, and I haven't messed with them at all. I haven't tried to play with genetics or like selectively breed them at all. But I finally went ahead and I pulled a bunch of young females aside into one tank, just to condition them and just let them fatten up and stay away from the males so they can relax a little bit. And then I took all of like my best of the male wild guppies and put them into another separate tank from the main colony, and just letting them all kind of condition. And then I'm gonna put things back together. Like I'm literally just gonna do it in 5-gallon buckets and just put trios, because they're like indler size. They're wild guppy, but they're very, very small. So I could put a trio easy in a bucket, no problem, with some plants and stuff, like some cycled buckets I can set up, and just kind of do a little bit of a slightly selectively breeding, but I'm keeping the genetics wild and clean, and I'll constantly be introducing stuff. But I'm just going for really pretty wild guppies. That's all. But not like a line breeding program and inbreeding or any of that kind of stuff. I don't want to keep it really clean, but just the majority of the clutches are going to be really, really, really colorful. Anyways, I can switch to that here in a second. Maybe I should just switch to that so you can see what's going on in that tank for the fun of it right now. Shishi's Bubble Nest, how are you? And you can go over here real quick. And I don't know what we're going to see of them. I just threw this camera up over in front of the tank. I don't know what it's going to look like. They're getting a little aggressive with each other, kind of. I haven't fed them yet this morning, so maybe I'll throw something in here. But now they all run away from this. They run away from the camera as soon as I switch over. But I'll leave it there for a minute. Maybe you'll catch a glimpse of some of them. If you keep up with me on Instagram, I've definitely posted some images on Instagram. Who else did I see up in here? Big City Betas is up in here. Did she finally come up in here? Is she? You are so impatient. Yeah. Anyways, William, how are you? William Jansen, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. So yes. So I'm splitting up those wild guppies. Just have a little fun with those. I just want to clean it up. I really want to just make them actually just a little bit more pleasing to the eye. I mean, they can really throw some awesome colors, and I just want to kick that up just a little bit. Like I said, I still want to keep them pretty wild, clean genetics, but just really colorful. There you see one come across there on the screen, and I just love the fact that like they're all different. They're all a little bit different. That's the fun thing about wild guppies, rather than like an in-class indler that breeds true. I just think it's kind of fun with wild guppies. Hey, they're just like, it's a surprise. And just such diverse genetics, and it feels like a lot of people really want them from me because they want to use them in some other kind of breeding program to kind of enrich the genetics with some wild genetics, and so that's cool. So I definitely will be having these for sale eventually. I do have another location. It's about a 300-gallon plastic cistern at a friend's property that I have a large group of them in there. And they've just been isolated, but they are all wild caught. So I'm gonna go and collect. I was gonna collect yesterday, but I want to collect from all of those, collect a big portion of them out of that cistern, bring them home, and then go through them, return some, or take them back out, what I don't want, but kind of just do some quarantining of those as well. I got to quarantine all those separately, and then add them to this program that I'm doing. Anyways, but I look forward to getting those on the site too, because I know there's some people that really want them. I have a few friends that have them coming. To them, that's for sure, soon enough. I've just been waiting for summertime to come around. It's still a little cold up there, it seems like, for some of you. Some of you even still getting a little snow. I'm sorry to hear about that. Oh, this tank is so boring. There's only like 5 in here. There's some there is some blue bolt shrimp in here, but besides that, it's just a crazy, heavily planted tank with 5 wild guppies. and the nicest ones that I want you to see aren't showing up. But what I do like about these these local wild guppies is they do have some of the characteristics that I like from the stock antler, which is this black dot surrounded by silver that you see. And I love that. Like the stock antler has like 2 to 3 black dots like that, and its common name is a black antler actually because of those 3 black dots, 2 to 3 black dots. It looks like my local wild guppies here, they on average they tend to have 2 black dots. Reels Tanks, how are you? I know you don't believe me, but your box is sitting over here by my front door, and it is really gonna go out. I know we don't need to go into that subject, but Reels Tanks, I do have a box. I was just waiting for some. I got everything is in now finally. You know, packing materials, bubble wrap, things that I want in regards to like just shipping things properly. Just want to do things right. Oh, and then Amber is talking to Haley about local plants, local marsh plants. I did also find some wild bacopa on St. Thomas when I was over in the Big Island this weekend. There was this kind of like an estuary. It was more probably like brackish water, but there was some really cool wild bacopa growing on the edge. Now I have collected the same, looks to be the same exact species, has little pink or yellow flowers on it, depending on, I guess it's probably more than one species, but it doesn't like to be underwater. It grows right on the edge. It'll grow into the water a little bit, but it's not like, doesn't like to be completely submerged. I think a lot of our aquatic plants in the wild, they prefer to be in that situation. They're kind of like on the banks of the waterways, and they live kind of half submerged and half immersed in nature anyways. I don't know, a lot of my aquatic plants, they do awesome in my paludarium above the waterline. My Hygrophila angustifolia, which you see in this aquarium, that just goes, that's a weed above the water, a crazy weed. Corvus Oskin, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. Joel, hope you're doing well. Hope the whole family is doing well there. Hope you're enjoying your Sunday. Like I said, I just kind of been taking a little bit of a break from content while I kind of reorganize and look at the whole thing and just like, what am I doing on YouTube? What is my goal here? It's definitely to do what I say is adventure knowledge. I want to share my adventures with you guys, my personal experiences and education, my knowledge that I've acquired through my personal experiences, and other stuff and more. Like people have been begging for the hashtag FishFam News to come back, and I really want to do it too. Believe me, I do. And I'm just kind of figuring out, even with the best day for it to come out, and just make a plan so that I'm going to be comfortable doing it and it's not going to be a stressful experience. But yes, I am so happy to have all my packing materials here, all of my boxes, and my foam inserts will be here tomorrow. I got my heat packs last week. I just want to do it right. That's the most important thing. I care about the fish, the livestock. I want to make sure that it gets there safely. The dried botanicals isn't such a big deal, but still some of that packing material is coming in handy for that. Just getting all the right bags and stuff. I'm looking at packaging. I'm looking at labeling. And I am kind of I have an artist mind, so like just like I took forever to start streaming, it's like I don't want to wait until everything's right, because nothing will ever be completely right. But you definitely can take some time to plan and get your ducks in a row before you like go live with something. I see so many people open up a business, the storefront, before they're completely ready because they're paying rent on the place. They got to get the doors open. But in a lot of cases, like they're not ready yet, and they actually can lose customers because they weren't ready. And I almost have kind of already done that, but I'm trying to just hold back and keep myself from going out and advertising like crazy until I'm ready to really fulfill all the orders and get them out. I'm in a nice situation right now with my day job, my bread and butter. I have plenty of time in the morning. It's a perfect scenario because I have to be to work at 10 o'clock, but in order for me to ship out livestock same day on the island that I live on, in order for it to leave the island the same day I ship it out, it has to be processed through the postal service before 10 o'clock. It goes on a boat at 10 o'clock. So it's like perfect setup for me. I can get up super early in the morning, If it's super early, if I want to, bag shrimp, bag fish, whatever, package, and hit the post office before I go to work at 10 o'clock, because I have no choice. I'd have to do it that way anyways. So it's pretty nice. I feel lucky. My scenario right now is in my favor. What else do I have going on with the fish? I moved those local wild guppies around. I'm gonna play around with slight kind of selectively breeding, just keeping the really nice ones. It's a big key. And like I said, I want to keep a lot of wild genetic, reintroducing more wild caught. I'll continue to go out and collect them from the wild and reintroduce those for sure. What else is going on in here? Oh, I separated my killifish. I had 2 pair of killifish in an aquarium, and so I ordered 1 pair, and they were P82s, wild caught Gardnerite, Fundal Penchak Gardnerite, and I expected that's all I really expected. And I was looking, my big thing obviously is wild fish, trying to play with wild genetics and keep it clean. But I ended up getting 2 pairs because Dan is really awesome, and Dan sent me a 2nd pair of Gardnerite. So that was sweet, and I really did appreciate that, but I didn't have the space for these fish, so all 4 of them went into the same tank. Nobody tried to kill each other so far or anything like that. I did notice a little bit of aggression between the males and stuff like that, and the biggest thing is they haven't spawned yet, and it's like, these are the kind of fish that I'm giving them the right environment and water quality. Like, they should totally be spawning. So, and I'm pretty sure it's just in a 10-gallon aquarium, those 2 pairs just are not having enough room to do what they need to do. So I separated them. So now I have a pair, 2 pairs in separate tanks, and things are looking better. They definitely were spawning. I definitely noticed some spawning activity in all the malm. I was noticing that the gardener, I like to sit there and they'll do the little shimmer, little dance with each other. But in the malm that I have a lot of leaf litter in the original tank number 1, and they get down in that leaf litter in the malm, and they do their little thing like in the malm, and I'm like, perfect. It's so awesome. You see some people actually taking little cups of peat moss, and they'll put them into the aquarium, weight them down, and put them in the aquarium. And some not Gardnerite, but some other species of killifish will actually just go into that peat moss, and they'll spawn in the peat moss itself in the cup, which is pretty cool. They definitely like to put them into the soil, into the whatever's going on in the substrate at the bottom. Oh, Amber's gonna give me stuff. I couldn't separate them. I didn't have another tank, but I made another tank happen for them. That's how I managed to separate them. Anyways, so it worked out. Right now things are good. So I have the killifish separated. I have these wild guppies that you're looking at here. I have them separated. Melvin, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome to the stream. SC Fish Keeping, what's up, man? I hope you're doing well. It was really nice to hang out with you at when we were in Dallas, Aquashella. We went and did some fish store tours, and that was fun stuff. That was a good day. Yeah, it was fun because I just don't get to do that living here, and I don't get to go to one fish store, let alone go to a tour of fish stores in a day and just geek out and get to hang out with other fish nerds / YouTube content creators. So it was that kind of stuff is fun to get to do. I really enjoyed that afternoon. Let's see. Amber was there too. Amber, SC Fish Keeping. We had Monster Aquariums, right? There's a couple of us in there. In the water box. I have not bred Corys ever, and I really want to. That is something I would like to. I've got a lot of friends that keep talking about breeding Corys, and I've talked to Dean about it. He's given me some advice and some tips, so I definitely have some place to start. But it's about tank space at this point. I've got what I've got, and I got to be careful and be realistic about things. So the next step is this rack. I'm looking at like $400-500 investment here of rack, lighting, tanks to do a nice solid rack of tanks. It'd be about 18 to 20 aquariums on that rack of like 10 and 20 gallons. I like my 10 and 20 gallons because I work with a lot of nanofish, and plus in breeding I need to have multiple tanks to kind of split everybody up, put trios alone, let things happen. Just a bunch of really nice cycled tanks that are well planted and just happy and cycled is kind of what I'm looking for, and then I can work with what I've got even right now. Like, because I've got the blue tetras, the nano blue tetras, I'm ready for a third tank now on those already because I've been breeding them. I've been successful at it anyways. And then I got wild guppy projects I want to work with here, and then I've also got the endlers that I really want to be working with, and then of course on top of everything else I have my wild beta fish that I've been working towards. And I do have a scape of a tank down here. We will be doing wild beta fish in this tank, and I do a black water scape on that. Definitely a lot of black water. Palmer Aquatics, what's up, man? How are you? It's good to see your stream this morning. It was nice to have you streaming during the day. I enjoyed that because you're like that. You streamed an hour, 2 hours before you started your stream. I guess about 2 hours before I do mine. So like, that's why I get to watch these as well, because I'm kind of here in front of the computer prepping up lights, making myself coffee, breakfast, and just kind of like getting the room ready, get myself ready, and I get to like listen and watch other people's streams, kind of get me going, get me warmed up. So it was nice to catch your stream this morning before Dee's stream. That was pretty cool. And I get what you're saying. I definitely hope to see more of you still on here on YouTube. It is what it is. I've never, because what you were talking about was, making money from YouTube, and I never ever planned on making money from YouTube. I definitely get a check from Google. I get my AdSense, but that is pretty small. Of course, that incorporates super chats. So when I do get super chats, that stuff does add up. And so Google will pay like my internet, because I'm rolling like Chris is like Palmer Aquatics. I could pay like $120 internet bill, and then $300 electric bill like he has. So we're running the same kind of bills for sure on some of that stuff. And I'm just by myself in a studio apartment, no family, no kids, none of that. But yeah, the super chats and the Google AdSense definitely helps pay for some of this stuff. But in the end, I never planned on making money from it that way. That's why jhaquatics.com is going live within the next 2 weeks. And my getgills.com, t-shirts, all the good stuff. Candy keeps throwing out the awesome links. I really appreciate all the hard work she does on that. But yeah, I mean, the money needs to be made with something else. I'm always trying to daydream some product, something I can copyright, so, some patent, some crazy cool fish thing. I've got some friends that are in fabricating, and we go metal fabricating, plastic fabricating, and stuff like that. So like, if I could come up with something, I have people that at least even work with me on some prototypes and get the ball rolling without having somebody steal it from me. So I'm always like, staring in bed or daydreaming about different ideas like that, and then you go and you look and like, oh, somebody already did that one. It's like that, right? A lot of those ideas, you're like, oh, it's a great idea. Oh, somebody already did it. Let's see. So anybody else got any cool streams coming on today? Just curious. Anybody else streaming? I am bummed. Like I said, I'm a little bummed. I'm bummed with myself probably more than anybody else is bummed with me in regards to the lack of content. But I know what's going on, and I know it's for good reason. And it's kind of like taking a step back, looking at everything, planning out the next step. Like a chess, like playing some chess, like step back, look at your moves, look at the table, look at the board, and look at what's going on. And just about making the best moves for me, because in the end, like other people I know have said, how long are you gonna do YouTube? How long are you gonna do this? And it's not just YouTube for me. Obviously, it's all the platform. It's a brand at this point. But I'm gonna do it until I'm not having fun anymore. And that's the key. I think the key is you should be doing this and enjoying this. Enjoy what you're doing. think some people get into it and they don't actually love like making videos, like editing and doing that side of it, and the filming and playing with the lights and the microphone and having all that. To me, that's all part of what makes YouTube fun for me. Obviously, the fish keeping hobby is a serious passion. It's a lifestyle for me. But to me, YouTube is a combination of all of my, I don't know if I could call them talents or skills, but just all of my passions and things that I enjoy. Working with film and theater growing up, and always having the theater teacher try to pull me in front. I remember one time having the theater teacher pull me up to the piano, and he wanted to have me, he was looking for a baritone, and he wanted me to sing. We were doing an opera, and I was the lighting designer, and he wanted me to sing because he wanted someone to fill this part. We were in high school, so the guy who was singing his voice was starting to crack, and then he needed a new character because he wasn't gonna make it. He was going through puberty in the middle of of this, and his voice was cracking. Anyways, so it was really crazy. So I couldn't do it though. It was like at that time, it was like being in front of the camera, being in front of a bunch of people was crazy. Like I'd rather just be the nerd in the background playing with the lights and the wires and stuff. So this is a big step for me coming out on camera, you know, and turn the lights on and putting myself out there completely. I know it's it's hard for a lot of people. Let me catch some super chats. Chris over there, Palmer Aquatics, thank you for the 99-cent super chat. You must be on your phone, right? Isn't that how that works? Two of them in a row. And then Corvus Oskin, thank you for the $1 super chat. I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that. And Greg Jones as well for the $1.01 super chat. Greg, and I couldn't help myself. I got really excited this last week, and I went ahead and I opened my aquarium box. Some days where it's like I'm just having a rough day, and things have been a little rough lately. I'm not complaining, not trying to whine, but it's just been a little bit tough. And the box came in, and it was like, I need this now. Like, I can't wait to do this on camera or live stream or something. And it was pretty heavy and kind of bulging because it wasn't like there was something big in there. And so I was like, I gotta open it. It was heavy. I was like, I gotta see what's in here. And it was really cool. I got everything around here. I'm saving it for a video. I'm about to just throw this huge load of botanicals into my Blackwater aquarium. It's got some really cool stuff. So obviously there was some crazy seed pods, all kinds of cool stuff like that. There was also some hardscape. Was that Ceres stone? I believe it was. Or Dragonstone or something like that, I believe it was. But that was really cool, the hardscape that was in there. But yeah, I enjoyed that box. I'm sorry I don't have that now to unbox and show you. But yeah, I do have the code MABJH if you want to get $5 off your first My Aquarium box. I'm still getting it. I've been getting that box for 2 years now, and like I said, it works for me being in the Caribbean. It's nice, and it's nice to have that like Christmas present every month. You know, that just comes in the mail. And you don't know what's in it. It's fun to open up a present. You know, it feels like a present anyways, even though you paid for it. They always throw something special in there, something extra in there for me. I don't know. It makes me, it's nice to get that box. Anyways, thank you again for everybody for the super chats. I really do appreciate it. It all goes right back into all this goodness. And I definitely need to kick up on Patreon. I've gotten a little heat from some people, and I've lost some Patreons, and I get that because I haven't been making any exclusive content for them. But that's part of the schedule. I recommend this to anybody who's out there hustling as a content creator. It's nice to have like an actual calendar. Like I have a calendar that is just for YouTube, and not just YouTube, but for my brand. Period. So like I have, okay, this day and this day of the week, I'm gonna post 2 pictures on Instagram, and I do my live stream on Facebook, and then my live stream on Sunday, and then these 2 pieces of content. I'm trying to come up with a straight up calendar and stick to it, put it on paper, put it in front of me, put it on the wall, and stick to it, and just kind of hit things hard between Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Starting to do Palmer Aquatics is starting to do his regular live streams now on Facebook as well. So I've definitely trying to keep a balance because YouTube is not everything. It is just one social platform, honestly. So I will be doing, I'm looking forward to doing a weekly live stream probably on Wednesdays on Facebook. So we'll see how that goes. And then along with just trying to kick up on photography a little bit as well. As you guys have probably noticed, people that keep up with me on Instagram, I've been trying to post about like 4 to 6 pieces of 4 to 6 little video clips or stuff from my fish room like a week, and just kind of keep things up over there, because it's nice to see how many viewers I have on that side too. Like I know some people that only do Instagram, and their whole business kind of is marketed through Instagram, which is crazy. They don't have a YouTube channel, or really don't mess with any other social media platforms, and they're doing pretty good with just Instagram. Let's see. Thank you again, Reels Tanks. Thank you for the $1.02 super chat. And now Greg Jones has got the $1.03 super chat. We're working here. Penny saved is a penny earned. I mean, just put it that way, right? Yes. So I have a box sitting by the door for Real Tanks. I have a box sitting by the door for Ginger Graves, as well as Tiffany White. They're literally over here, labeled, boxed, ready to go. I know nobody believes me, but it's happening. Silence Gal Aquatics, welcome to the stream. Good to see you here. So what else is going on around here? This is a crazy track, but it's not so bad. I'll leave it unless somebody really doesn't like it. Cichlids 23, what's up? Now we're Leona, $1.04 super chat. This is getting really exciting. Did I say hi to the Cove yet? I'm sorry. Hi, the Cove. How are you? And it's Sunshine in here? Sunshine, welcome to stream. Good to see you here. Legacy Aquatics, what's up? Miguel, how are you? Good to see you here. Pamela, 54 Punchy, welcome to stream. I caught some of yours. I fell asleep watching your stream. I guess I was there to the end. I made it to the end. I did. James Cook, how are you? Sharpies, Models, and Aquatics. So, what else is going on? We're gonna do a Blackwater aquascape down there. I got lots of botanicals, a big huge load of botanicals that's going in my 55 deal. How did it bring back fish with wait, how did you bring back, how do we bring fish back with Go Wild Peru, the company Go Wild Peru? We had a transshipper and an import license. That's pretty much what you need. Transshipper to help make sure everything happens in between, kind of like your porter, and then you have your you're gonna have your import license, and you're gonna file your paperwork, and all your paperwork's gonna be there when it goes through shipping, and you just pray that customs doesn't hold on to your boxes for too long, especially when you're in like countries like that, and foreign countries, going from foreign countries. That's the biggest thing, is how long is their customs department going to hold on, and how long are they going to take to inspect it and not realize that there's live animals in it and just let them die, which is what has happened to us in Peru at one point there. What are you, Amber? Everybody just ignore Amber. She's just here to troll me and rant about the tracks. The Flight of Chill is this track. The Flight of Chill. There we go. Tiffany White, what do we got? Oh, saying hi to everybody in the chat. What's up? What else? What else is going on? Blackwater going on here. Blackwater aquarium for wild betta fish going on down there. That's next. Who we got? Everybody's just, who did the three? You guys are killing me. Who is that first though? Leona went to $1.04. Reels Tanks did $1.05. And then Leona had to back that up with $1.06 American pennies. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Oh, want to be around 72 to... Yes. And then so what? So we got the wild local guppy project, which will be available on the website pretty soon. These cute little wild guppies will be available. Let's see, I am gonna do a full fish room tour. It's coming up. That's on the list here in the next week or so, which is gonna show how I've completely taken down the walls. Now I pretty much am living in a full fish room studio. Fish studio is what we're gonna call it, the fish studio. And I'm playing around with different camera angles where I can actually get this whole room with one of the cameras. When I'm doing a live stream, I can move around. Definitely have live microscope. So my plan is to do live microscopy once a month. I want to do the news, hashtag FishFam News, once a month. It's just more realistic. Try to do it once a week. Believe me, I put a lot of work, and I think most of you guys realize that. I put a lot of work into researching and just taking the time to like be subbed to every single fish channel that I could possibly be subbed to, and scrolling through that, I spend a lot of hours, more than I would spend on any other piece of content I've ever made, to be completely honest, besides traveling to Peru to film. You know, put a lot of work into the hashtag FishFam News, but I really do enjoy it, and so I had fun doing it, and other people want it back. So once a month, probably closer to the end of the month, I'll have the hashtag FishFam News, which means it's coming around the corner here for you guys. The hashtag FishFam News once a month. We'll do a microscopy live stream once a month. I'll try to do a monthly fish room tour. Just thickening up the plot, coming up with a good plan here for the future, so it works for me too. You know, it's anybody out there who's really heavy into content creation can see that, or knows that it definitely takes some work and a little bit of a hustle. I mean, it is. Nothing's free, nothing's easy. Anything good in life, I feel like you got to work for it, and that's where we're at. And what does Haley says? As she says, yeah, I love the hashtag FishFam News. I love what she always says: live your best life. You know, or what Joel likes to say, which I also say a lot, is live your dreams. Follow your passions, follow your dreams, and make them your life. Make them your living. I could go on about that forever, but it really is that way for me. I think you're only cheating yourself if you don't try to live your passions and live your dreams and fulfill that, and try to figure out a way to make it your living. That's my goal here. Is some people would hate on me as I hit 12,000 subscribers, and I want to start my website, and I'm trying to sell my dried botanical packages and my livestock, and think, oh, you're just being a capitalist, just trying to sell it, just trying to make money off of this. It's like, no, I'm not. It's not really all of it. I want it to sustain itself is the biggest goal. I'm not about being filthy rich or anything, driving around in some fancy car. I just want to be able. I want more of a break-even thing is more important at this point. It's break even would be a beautiful thing, I think, for most people. Break even and be able to do what I love for a living. That's a dream come true, and that's what I'm fighting for. That's what I'm working so hard for. And I could be working harder, I know. Yes, live your best life. And it's your choice. I feel like we cheat ourselves a lot. And we make excuses. Do you think things do happen for some of us, you know, that are uncontrollable, and they definitely can affect what we can accomplish, and that's one thing. But for the most part, most people are just making excuses. Just like me with the lack of content right now. It's just making excuses. I know some people like Jeff Rose Fish Keeping. He's awesome. He's got kids, got a single father, full-time job, and he's slamming out the content. So there's no really excuse. You know, you can make excuses all day long, but if you want something bad enough, you're gonna get out. You're gonna make it happen. So if nothing else, I'm just taking it easy so I don't burn out, rather than force myself and burn out or something. I'm just trying to make sure it stays fun. That's important. He says, I'll hold the signs. Go on a fish strike. Let's see. I'm just checking up on the chat here. Yeah, super chats are not available for South Africans, right? It's just weird how it works in certain regions and it messes with it. Did Jeff Rose stream yesterday? I don't remember because I don't think so, because I didn't see it at all in my feed. I'm starting to keep an eye on my feed again, because that's really pretty much, I'm only subscribed to fish channels, and that was to make the FishFam News. I keep it really clean, my channel on my side from who I'm subscribed to. It's purely fish channels, and like a couple of YouTube content help channels, you know, where I learn from. But besides that, it's all just fish channels. So I just started like studying it hard again last couple of days, trying to think about, you know, what's going on and how to put this together for the Fish Fam News. Because I want more than just the FishTube community. I know it. We all want to, like, everybody wants to shout out, everybody wants to keep it like the fish family related, but there's so much more going on fish related in regards to news. And if I'm gonna do something and call it like a fish news, I want to incorporate other stuff in there, world fish news and things like that. So it's still going to be a lot of research, but I think it'll be worth it. I think I want to have more value to it, is what it is. Like, if I'm going to put that much work into it, that's fine, but I want it to have more value and have a reason for more people to want to watch it than just our community, which is like a core of like 500 to 1,000 like of us YouTube fish community people. Maybe more than that, maybe like 2,000 or something. That's like hardcore, like ever present in this platform. But there's a lot more that could be offered, I think, with doing the hashtag FishFam News or fish related news that would feed the interests of a lot of other people besides just our community here on this one platform. So yeah, I'm trying to think big, Yeah, exactly, Haley. That's what I'm talking about. Upcoming events, new fish species that have been found around the world, saltwater, freshwater, fish conservation, environmentalism, things like that. Even fish farming for food, just fish-related news that is that it has, you know. So it's a piece of content that actually has much more value than just for our community, and this YouTuber did this and this YouTuber did that kind of stuff. It kind of got boring for me with that. It was nice, but I actually just got a little bored. And then some weeks, no offense to anybody out there, but some weeks there just wasn't a lot of like quality content. Like, people were spitting stuff out, but there's a difference between, you know, quality or quantity. And some weeks it'd just be like, it'd be like pulling teeth trying to find enough good stuff that I would feel comfortable saying, this is a really cool piece of content that came out this week. That's another reason why I want to do it like monthly instead of weekly. It's just some weeks it was hard pulling up enough information. Anyways, Dan Slee's up in the chat. Good to see you here, buddy. Appreciate you popping in. I do appreciate it. Daryl Dimmer, I see you're still here hanging out. That's very awesome. Fish Tropic, what's up, Jason? Hope you're doing well up there in Canada. What else we got going on? That's pretty much that. Just bummed on myself for a lack of content, but it's a plan. There's a plan, a big master plan behind this whole thing. Promise. But, you know, just finally getting my shipping I'm creating like a shipping department. I'm moving, got one computer right here, the actual desktop PC here. That PC is gonna go on the floor, monitor's gonna get moved, and I'm gonna have a half of this folding table. And then when I was at Home Depot as well, there was some really reasonable prices for like some smaller folding tables, and I was just tempted, like, for 40-50 bucks, buy another folding table. And obviously I would only fold it out when I need it, but just, you know, can pull that. It'll probably stay out all the time, like I said last week. It'll just end up staying up, covered with stuff, right? But I need like another folding table to probably be like a real shipping kind of department, shipping table where I can lay out a bunch of boxes and, you know, bag fish and use I have a heat sealer for bags, and so I can seal stuff up and just have a space to package in my product. That's something that's got to happen. It's the next big step. Like I said, it's a little scary, but it's exciting because it's like dreams are coming true. Things are falling into place slowly. And definitely being single now is a big part of it. I mean, it definitely makes a big difference. Having the place to myself to do what I want to as I want to do it definitely changes it. Now that I can, you know, before I couldn't say, hey, I'm going to put another table here and have my own shipping table. Like, that would have never happened. The walls would have never come down in the living room, dividing it. There's a lot of things that would not happen if I wasn't doing my own thing. Okay, coffee's getting cold. And she took the microwave with her, so I don't have a microwave. I make a hot cup of coffee and I have to drink it while it's hot, or I don't have hot coffee anymore. So I just switched to Monster drinks now. Let's just go to the let's go to the hardcore. We'll go to the hardcore stuff now. You are in a swanky hotel lobby. Hotel de Jose over here, killing me. She can't help, but it's chill. See, this is like intense. This music right here is just like, oh, it's a little intense. I'd rather have the chill stuff than, what is the song called? Fun Ways to Travel. That's the name of this song. Fun Ways to Travel. Sharpies, models, and aquatics. We're in an elevator, Amber. Yes. It's a fish elevator. Alright. Leona, thank you for the $5.83 super chat. I like you getting creative on the numbers there. $5.83. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is Leona leaving? What'd she say? I gotta go charge my phone. Oh, alright. Well, you take care. Oh, you need to charge up for Pokemon. That's right. She plays Pokemon. Like goes out to like the park, like, and goes and plays Pokemon. I'm like, people still play that? I'm just messing. Oh boy. Cold coffee is still good, Joel says. I am with you on that. I'm not gonna not drink it. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it. This coffee cup is awesome. I'm gonna work on these too. See this really cool coffee cup? This is handmade coffee cup, made by a local artist here on the island. So that's kind of what I got. A fly in my coffee already. I got a little fruit fly. The fact that I have fruit flies in my house, period, doesn't make me happy. But cold coffee with a fruit fly is still drinkable as far as I'm concerned, if I can get the fruit fly out. I'm not gonna waste it. Let's see. What was I gonna say? Where did I go with that? Cold coffee is a gift from the gods. It is. Let's see. Where am I at? I've got 5 minutes to the rest of the stream here. You were talking in your stream the other day, Joel, about, really? I couldn't believe you're drinking that stuff, but that's cool. Like the granulated, like, coffee is crazy because when you're in Peru, like in South America, coffee is kind of a rarity, like real coffee. Like you don't go to a place, any little shop somewhere, for the most part, and get like a real fresh brewed cup of coffee. They don't do that. They sell the, they'll like give you a cup of water, and then they've got like the granulated coffee at the table and sugar and cream, and you do your thing. But that was so hard for me, was drinking that stuff. Even our first night, me and Dwayne were like having breakfast at the hotel, and they gave us like our own room to have breakfast in. It was weird. They were like being extra special, nice to us or something. I was like, I don't know why we have our own room. Like, so me and Dwayne are at a table, this table in the middle of a room, and a room closed. They closed the door, let us have our breakfast alone. It's really weird. But the coffee was like this crazy granulated stuff, that like Nestle stuff, instant coffee, and I just couldn't. That was the thing I was probably the most upset about in Peru. In Peru was the fake coffee. I was like, I just want a fresh brewed cup of coffee. And a couple places we went to, we got lucky with like good coffee, but we paid for it too. Crazy. Some of the stuff is just crazy expensive. Like things are just things that I thought was expensive living here. Ginger Graves, thank you for the $5 super chat. So for coffee without the fly, I might make another cup of coffee. Right now I'm doing like individual cups. I'm brewing individual cups of coffee right now. And then I need to get new filters for my Chemex, because Chemex is awesome. I don't know. I know Corvus. I know Joel likes his like syrup like coffee, but the Chemex, I got it from Peter McKinnon, I guess. It's the first time I ever saw Chemex, because he would do these crazy B-roll scenes like with his Chemex, and just showing him like brewing coffee, and it was like he made it look like it's a chemistry experiment, you know, like making a cup of coffee. But the filters, it's really nothing else. It's just a glass container. It could make a beaker, like you could use it for like decanting like wine or something. It looks like a wine decanter, but it's the filter. You have this paper filter that is just like a really good paper filter is what it is. But I don't like wasting all that paper either. I'm looking at like some kind of an aluminum filter that'll still give me that same quality. Anyways, Chemex filtered coffee. It's clean. It's clean. It's like, it's something about it. You can just drink it like water, but it's just, there's no silt. There's no like sludge at the bottom of your cup. But I know for some people that is kind of it's an important part of a cup of coffee, that mud at the bottom of your cup. All right, so where am I at? I'm at 57 minutes. 57 minutes. This has been a boring tank to look at. These guppies are pretty. Like I said, there's only 5 of them in there, so unless they come in front of the glass there, you don't get to see them. But I love how I get the purples. It looks like if I breathe these out a little bit, I'm gonna get the 2 black dots, not 3 black dots. It looks like it's the direction it's gonna go with these guys. Is kind of how their genetics. But it's the greens and the oranges I love, and the blues really, and the reds, I guess is what they would be called technically. But yeah, it's cool stuff. Cool stuff. Let me go ahead and switch back to me, but I'll show off my t-shirts for the fun of it for a second. Might as well throw the commercial in right at the end. I don't know. Of course, I got all these cool shirts. Like I said, I got crazy one night, like 2 days. I sat up on Teespring and I just made all these crazy custom t-shirt designs. And just trying to go for stuff that I thought would be fun and kind of cross borders of different niches, micro niches within the fish keeping community. Shrimp for life, that's a cool one. Fish keeping is not a problem. Fish keeping solves most of my problems. More tanks solves the rest. I love that t-shirt. The fish nerd t-shirt, I really like that as well. Fun stuff. I love guppies. The Carradina University is actually probably one of my favorite personal ones. Like I would actually get like the sweater, not the sweater, but like the hoodie of that one probably. I also have some Blackwater stuff. The Blackwater University, Tannins for Life. That was kind of cool too. But I just like how the Carradina University one came out. That was pretty cool. There's some people. Some of these shirts that I have, like I just wish I had the money to just go and buy them for certain people, because some of these shirts I made them with and certain people just in mind when I made them, and I would love to buy them the shirt like Carradina University. I'd love to get that shirt for Lucas. Lucas, I think he would love that shirt. That's a cool one. I create worlds for you aquascapers out there. What's up, Madfish Diva? Welcome to stream. Good to see you here. Mrs. B, Angie, how are you? Good to see you here. Denny's Fish Tanks, welcome to stream as well. So I'm right there at 59 minutes. I should totally get out of here and try to keep this like, I don't know. Oh, not that song. Try to keep this under the full hour. I never seem to do that. It's always like an hour and 5 minutes or something. And now I'm getting sidetracked with trying to find one good last track that's not gonna sound like we're in an elevator. In a hotel. Oh, let's see. Oh, anything going on here in the chat? Anybody else going live? Did I miss that already? Go ahead, throw it out if there's any other cool chats coming up. William Jansen, thank you for yours. Planaria. Any way to remove without chemicals? Planaria, they have planaria traps that you can use. It's like a little glass vial that has some holes in it, and the planaria can actually they get in there and they can't get out. It's got like a little glass stopper on it too. They have them on Amazon. I might even have them on my Amazon store, I think. But a planaria trap, it'd probably be your best bet without chemicals. I don't know how well that would work. I've never gone through that. But yeah, that's 20 Swedish kroners, which is, I finally figured that out from last week or the week before. I had to do a little research. Having to learn all these different currencies. Let's see, what else what are they gonna share with you guys? I don't know. Oh, okay. Haley's gonna go live, so you guys can check out Oddball Aquatics if you're not subscribed to her channel. I think most of y'all out there probably subscribed to Haley's channel, Oddball Aquatics. Yeah, everybody knows what's up here. I don't need to talk. I don't need to explain that. But definitely check out her stream. I'm gonna go listen to it while I do some water changes around here. William, yeah, no worries about the answering the question. Yeah, if anybody else has any other ways in the chat here, good ways to remove planaria without chemicals, and I would have to say, for me personally, all I know of is the planaria trap. There might be, who knows? I always try to think like homeopathically, so to speak. Like there might be some things, essential oils that aren't going to harm shrimp, that you might be able to use that will mess with the planaria, maybe, but I don't know. I wouldn't, it's just a wild idea, but I don't know what it would be. But definitely, Greg Jones had, yeah, lower the food, right? Because a lot of those things, when it comes to microorganisms in the aquarium, what I've learned having the microscope and research stuff, trying to learn it, is the larger the microorganisms that can be found in your tank, or let's put it this way, the protozoa really, or whatever, but the larger the microorganisms are, like if you've got oligochaeta, or like aquatic earthworms, you've got planaria, you find hydra, the microorganisms that you can see with the naked eye, that's a sign that you're like overfeeding, or you've got way too much nutrients in the water column. Not in the water column, but like in the substrate. Like you've got too much mulm in your substrate. You're overfeeding. Usually that's how that will happen. From my experience, healthy aquariums have a balance, and they don't usually have organisms that get that big that you see with the naked eye. At the very most, like if I see oligochaeta, which is it's just a earthworm, but aquatic earthworms, if I see those in my aquarium in the substrate, I know that there's too many nutrients in there. There's way too, I'm overfeeding, something's going on, and to slow down on the feeding, something like that. Yeah, Sharpie's Models in Aquatics mentioned a DIY planaria trap, and you could totally do that. An API test kit tube. How'd you get the hole in it? Oh, you put a tip on it. Okay. From a ballpoint pen refill. Oh, that's interesting. Sharpies, you should make a piece of content about that, right? Show people how you did that one. But definitely, you could probably make something from scratch if you have little bottles or little plastic things that then you can keep at the bottom that would work. I'm sure there's some DIY planaria traps on YouTube that you might find. But it has been known, that you can trap them. So, okay, now I'm 4 minutes over. I totally need to get out of here. I do want to say thank you to everybody's super chats. It really, it makes a difference. It really does, and I really do appreciate it. William, thank you for your super chat, as well as Ginger Graves. Like I said, your box is over here by the door. All this stuff is going out. I've just been trying to get it all to the post office at once, kind of, because I have I have like 6 boxes that need to go, and I thought all this other packing material was going to come like Thursday and Friday of last week, and it didn't all get here yet. So that's one thing I'm holding off on. The only reason why I'm holding off. So Ginger Grace, thank you again for your super chat. Leona is not here anymore, I guess, but all of her super chats, I really do appreciate all of those. Greg Jones, appreciate all of your support and all the different ways that you support me, as well as your super chats. That is awesome. Daryl Dimmer, he didn't throw me a super chat, but I appreciate his support. He has been supporting me a little bit with some of these things going on recently, and I want to say thank you to Daryl for everything as well. It means the world to me. I really appreciate your support individually, but everybody. It means so much to me. It's really nice to have. Don't we talk about boxes? Amber, I got a box for you too. Don't worry about that. There's a box for you as well. But yes, I need to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank everyone for all of your support. Haley is going live next, I guess. I don't know. What am I saying? She's going live next, I assume. So we have that. I'm sure there'll be some other streams later this evening. King and King Cichlids, King and King Cichlids, they're doing their stream tonight, as far as I know, unless something changes with that. So I look forward to watching that later on this evening, catching up with them. But yes, all of the support means so much to me, and the fact that y'all are still you come here every week and you hang out with me on a Sunday afternoon. You guys are the motivation that keeps me going on this. It reminds me that there are people out there that watch the content and look forward to it. Sometimes I'll get people that'll come to me if I got something going on and I don't stream on a Sunday. People privately text me or message me and be like, "Are you gonna go live today?" And like, that means so much to me, because it lets me know that you guys are actually appreciate it and looking forward to it. King and Queen, what did I say? King and Queen Cichlids. King and Queen Cichlids, right? Isn't that? Yes, that's what I thought I said. Anyways, but yes, thank you to all of you. Thank you to all my Patreons out there that I still have. The content is happening. I promise that this afternoon I'll be spending my afternoon shooting 2 different pieces here in the house, and just loving my fish and watching the live streams in the background when I can. But I hope you guys have the good rest of your Sunday afternoon. Hang out with your family. Hopefully it's nice outside. Hopefully it's warm where you are. Spring is actually starting to come through, hopefully. And if not, stay warm. It's right around the corner for you guys. Yes, and I got some summer tub stuff. That reminds me, I got some summer tub things going on as well. Some content in regards to that. And Fish for Profit, which is not some videos I really thought I was going to be making anytime soon, but I am doing Fish for Profit, so I might as well be documenting that and sharing my process, how I ship, how I package stuff as well. Kind of something might as well share. Okay. Leslie's Fish Room, what's up? Good to see you here. I'm just about to head out of here. I'm 8 minutes over the hour. Let's all go see Haley. Let's go hang out with her for a little bit. I do not know what's going on with my music over here, but it's glitching out and it keeps looping this one part of a song. So it's probably time to get out of here before my music just goes off the chain over here. Who knows what it's going to play next. All right, you guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a good week. I promise the content is coming. Big stuff is happening. It's all good things. And like I said before, I appreciate all of y'all's support. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And go see Haley. All right. Remember, keep your tanks clean, your fish fed, and have fun.